World Cup qualifying Turks and Caicos vs Anguilla prediction, team news, lineups preview. Concluding their tie in the preliminary phase of 2026 World Cup qualifying, Turks and Caicos will welcome Anguilla to Providenciales on Tuesday. The two CONCACAF minnows played out a goalless draw in last week's first leg, leaving progression to the next stage up for grabs at the Taifa National Academy. Match preview. Getting the first round of CONCACAF's World Cup qualifiers underway on Friday. The first ever official meeting between Anguilla and Turks Caicos ended in a stalemate at the Raymond E. Guichard Stadium. Hosts Anguilla managed to finally halt an 11-match losing streak in qualifying for football's global finals. But they should have broken the deadlock with a second-half penalty, which they were unable to convert. Ultimately, the Turks Caicos Islands' defense held firm to secure an away draw, leaving them as favorites for progression to the second phase, where a place alongside Jamaica, Guatemala, Dominican Republic and Dominica awaits. Having joined FIFA less than 30 years ago, they have only one previous World Cup qualifying victory to their name versus St. Lucia on the road to South Africa 2010, but recent CONCACAF Nations League games have shown some promise. Turks Caicos won 3 of their 6 fixtures in the 2022-23 edition, scoring 10 goals in the process, before faring less well in 2023-24, registering a solitary point. In recent years, Anguilla have earned a pair of draws in League C of the 2022-23 Nations League before being unable to get on the scoresheet this season. After 12 previous attempts, the tiny Caribbean nation are still in pursuit of a first-ever victory in World Cup qualifying. And since their first international match in 1985, they have won only 8 times overall. CONCACAF's lowest-ranked team at 209, they lie 3 places below Turks Caicos. Only European minnows San Marino are beneath them in FIFA's global pecking order. Team news. With plenty of experience in the United States lower leagues, Turks Caicos striker Billy Forbes will again lead the hosts' attack on Tuesday, when he aims to extend his all-time national goal-scoring record. Former Jamaica international Aaron Lawrence recently assumed the role of manager, having previously served as goalkeeping coach, and he may consider a more attacking approach for a second leg on home soil. Meanwhile, Anguilla boss Keith Jeffrey is likely to stick with a 5-man defense in Providenciales, with the emphasis on hitting their hosts on the break. England-based forward Kyle Lake-Bryan provides the visitors' focal point up front, where Jonathan Guichard and Lamar Carpenter, both scorers in the 2022-23 CONCACAF Nations League, are also in contention to play. Kieran Lake-Bryan should join his brother in the starting 11. Featuring at the heart of Anguilla's defense, Turks and Caicos possible starting lineup: Turbyfield, Gideon, Cadet, Howell, Messer, Park, Belazaire, Beret, Martin, Forbes, Paul. Anguilla possible starting lineup: Lawrence, Connor, Paris, Fleming, Kieran Lake-Bryan, Lee, Smains, Duncan, Hughes, Kyle Lake-Bryan, Carpenter. We say, Turks and Caicos 1-0. Anguilla. Turks and Caicos win 1-0 on aggregate. Having escaped with a draw from last week's first leg, the hosts can now make the most of home advantage to seal a place in Group E. There is little to choose between these two Caribbean nations, but the weight of history will be on Anguilla, who are yet to win a World Cup qualifier. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.